All right, let's go ahead and get this thing started. So just like always, I'm gonna start with level 1, then level 2, then level 3, all right? So going in order, starting with level 1. So level 1, you guys are on the chapter 7, which is the law of the compass, the law of the compass. So it says, vision gives team members direction and confidence. Great blank precedes great blank. This is great vision precedes great achievement. In order to achieve a goal, you can't just instantaneously, that's the goal. No, you have to see it in your brain, right? We have to visualize the goal. If we can't see what our goal is, then we won't know what we're trying to achieve. That's what that means, all right? So you got to be able to see what you're doing before you can achieve anything. So next up, check your compass. Check your compass. So number 1, a moral compass. Look blank brings integrity to the team. Remember, integrity is doing the right thing even if no one is watching you. So part of having a good moral compass is exactly that. Having good morals, right? So we know the right thing to do no matter what. We're making sure we're doing the right thing no matter what. So the whole thing with the moral compass is no matter who's watching, you're still going to do the right thing, right? That's how it brings integrity. And with that, you're going to look above. Look above. So that's how that works. A moral compass, that way you can look above. Because it's not only just like you guys that are having to show good integrity and everything, it's your leaders as well. If your leaders are not showing good integrity, if they're not doing the right thing no matter who's watching, then they're not really good leaders, all right? And that's what that means. Number 2, an intuitive compass. Intuitive. Remember, intuition is knowing the right thing to do by like your gut feeling, right? Your gut will know the right thing to do. That's part of your intuition. Mothers have really, really good intuition. That's why the whole line is, moms have mother's intuition, because they know instantaneously you're gonna do something and you're like, don't do that. That's a mom thing, all right? But it's a thing. Trust me, if you become a mother, you'll understand. Fathers have it in a different way. Fathers are different. We'll put it that way with intuition. So this one is look blank, brings passion to the team. Because part of having that good intuition is you have to care for people, right? The more you care, the more you're gonna wanna keep them safe, keep them out of harm's way, and the more you're gonna use that intuition to benefit them, all right? With this, you have to look within. Look within, because intuition, again, that's your gut feeling. You feel it in your gut if something's going right or wrong, right? And that's how you look within, is by using that intuition. The next one, number 3, a historical compass. Look blank brings a past connection to the team. Brings a past connection to the team. This one is important because if you are working with people, right? Those people are generally going to have like some kind of connection to you, right? And that stems from the past, right? So those past connections are going to be able to help you and build you up. It's pretty amazing. Like, we do that here a lot. I can't tell you how many people I have past connections with that I just, out of nowhere, we start talking and it's like 30 minutes has gone by and we're still talking. Or if I am in some kind of situation where I need help, I can go to any of those people that I had those past connections with and they'd be willing to help me no matter what, right? And it's really incredible because that's part of the whole thing we have here. That's our black belt family, all right? And when you've been in it as long as I have, you kind of have a lot of family, all right? So this one, because it's a historical compass, you look behind. Look behind. Oh, it's gonna rain over here. I like the rain. But it's really windy too. Really windy. All right, so yeah, that's the historical compass. It brings a past connection to the team. So that way it gets stronger and you guys are willing to help each other more often. Next one, a directional compass. Look, blink, brings direction to the team. If you're on a team and you don't know what the goal is, you're not gonna know where you're wanting to go, right? So you have to look ahead. The next one is ahead. You have to look ahead. If you can look ahead, then you'll know what you're trying to achieve. And that's the whole point of this part of the compass, the directional compass. If you can see your goal, you're more likely to achieve it, wherever that goal is, right? Or whatever that goal is. Next one, a strategic compass. Look blank brings strategy to the team. This one is look around. Look around. Because when you have a goal in mind, right, we have our direction now, whatever the goal is, we can't just keep going forward with no idea what's going on around us. We have to come up with a strategy, right? We have to come up with a plan to be able to achieve that goal. And that's where the strategic compass comes into play. The more you are able to kind of like look around you and come up with a plan, see what's needed, the easier it is to achieve those goals. So, I mean, for you guys, what's the strategy for earning a black belt? Well, they're right there. There's your strategy. Go from belt to belt to belt to belt to belt to belt. And that's how you can keep track that you're on track, wherever the belt is that you're on, right? So if you want to achieve a goal, you need to know what the strategy is. You guys, it's very easy, you know? Well, what do you gotta do? Learn the forms, learn the combinations, get the belts, get to black belt, right? That's your strategy, all right? And then along the way, we do things like this where I teach you awesome, cool skills that you guys can keep learning and keep growing with, all right? Oh my God, it's a dog. Hi, dog. So that's what it is. And then the last one, a visionary compass. Look blank brings motivation to the team. So this one's important. You have to look beyond. All right, so what I mean by this is you can't just keep expecting yourself to grow if you only look at short-term goals. And like I said, we have our strategic compass where you look around. That's, again, for us, that's the belts, right? But if I only focus on my next belt, I'm gonna lose the vision. I'm gonna lose what I'm trying to get, right? I have to look beyond. Well, beyond is looking way over there where the black belts are. That's where you wanna be, right? So if you keep focusing on the little things, you're gonna miss the big picture, all right? You're gonna miss the big goal. And that's what this is talking about. If you can only focus on the little things, the big goal is gonna go away and your motivation is gonna start going down, right? We talk about this with the books that we're going over, the psychology of winning. If you're only looking at one thing, if you're only looking at, you know, this close to your face, well, you're gonna miss everything else that's in front of you. Just like here in Colorado, right? We have this beautiful mountain range to the west of us, but if we stop looking past like the houses or, you know, the front door of our house, we'll never be able to see the mountains. We'll never be able to see the big picture, right? So with that, if we want to keep going, if we want to help ourselves keep motivated, we have to look at the end goal. So like for you guys, for like my level 3 students, right? You guys are no longer just looking at first degree because like, Haley, that's a year away. Kelly, that's 6 months away, kind of, right? Give or take. But that's really close for you guys, right? But second degree, there's a good one to look for, right? That's still kind of 2-ish years away for you, ish. All right, so if you start, since you're so close to first degree, that's right here. I want you to start looking at second degree. That way you can keep that vision going, right? And it's the same for level 2. You guys, you're really close to black belt too. I know Sandy yesterday was talking to me about it. He's getting it in 2022, the spring of 2022. So that's not that far away, right? it's the same for all of you in level 2. It's really not that far away. It's maybe 2.5 years, right? You could still look at that first degree, but start knowing that that's just a stepping stone. Start knowing that first degree is just that pathway, right? That's the I've mastered my basics. Now I'm ready to keep going, keep doing awesome, cool new things. All right, that's what I want you guys to do, and that's how you keep looking beyond and keep looking towards your next goal. All right, so level 1, teamwork thought. When you see it, you can seize it. That's the whole point of this. If you can see your goal, you are able to achieve it, right? If I can't see what my goal is, it's a lot harder to achieve it, all right? So like, for instance, me and my friends, we're moving into a house. It's coming up super quick, like 2-ish weeks now. But a month ago, if I wasn't looking at houses, if I wasn't constantly trying to see what my options are to move into a house, then my goal would have been a lot harder to achieve. I would have stayed where I am now, and I wouldn't have been achieving that goal. All right? So when you're looking for it, when you're actively searching for your goal, that's when you are going to achieve it. And that's how that works. Becoming a better team member. What is the vision of your team? We're keeping it in karate. What's the vision of our team? Weird. Oh, it's so hard, I think. Maybe. No, it's not. It's this tag right here. See that? Ta-da! There's your goal. That's it. Black belt. That's the vision. The more you can see that vision, the easier it is to attain that goal. All right? So that's going to be it for level 1 today. All right? So if you're in level 1, thank you guys for joining me. You guys can go ahead and head out. Level 2, we're going to go ahead and get started on yours. All right, give me 1 second. Level 2. Boop. All right, so level 2. I need to get to the chapter we're on. And I believe we're on chapter 14, the law of buy-in. All right, the law of buy-in. So how this is going to work. So the law of buy-in is a very important one. It says people buy into the leader, then the vision. The leader comes first, then the vision, right? Think about when you guys came into the karate school for the very first time. Did we be like, yeah, so the goal is black belt. There you go. Hi, bye. No, you guys met us. You met who the leaders are. You met who is going to be guiding you towards black belt before everything else, right? And through that, you were able to buy into our goal, what the vision is, all right? And that's how that works. So it says people at first buy into worthy leaders who promote causes they can get behind, right? And I just explained that exactly how it is. You guys, when you first got here, you got to meet us, see what we're all about, and choose for yourself if this is something you wanted to follow. Choose if this was something, the vision you wanted to kind of follow. All right, so I got a chart here. If you're following along on your, like the actual chapter, you have the chart. I don't have the chart all blown out, so I'm gonna quickly write it down. All right, so we got the leader here. And then you got a plus, and then you got vision. And then you got an equals, and then it says result. Like so. And then yours has 2 lines that kind of bisect the plus in the equal sign. I don't have that much space, so I'm just gonna make lines like this. And just know those are the same things. So in yours, you have the words written down here, and it's the very last word over here in the result that you guys need. But I'm going to be writing them down as I'm explaining them. So, first one on here is the leader. They don't buy into the leader. Don't buy into the leader. This is a bad thing, right? So this means that the leader, he's not, or he or she's not a very good leader. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're kind of wishy-washy, right? They're not being a very good leader. And the vision, the goal, whatever it is, it's not very great either, right? So they don't buy into the goal at all. So this one is very easy, all right? So the result is going to be get another, R. There's an R there, don't worry. Get another, and then the blank is right here, right? So for you guys, what do you think it is? What's the very first problem here? First, I said you have to get behind the leader, but the leader is not being very good. You can't buy into the leader. So what do you got to do? You got to get another leader. Find a different leader, someone that can help you and get you better wherever it is, right? If you can do that, you're more likely to buy into the vision. All right, so the second one is, again, don't buy into the leader. The leader's not very good. They're not doing the things they're supposed to be doing to make sure you guys want to stay. But the vision is extremely good. It's a good vision. So what do you gotta do? Well, again, it's get another. And then a blank. So what's the problem here? It's not the vision, it's the goal. This is the very first thing you always have to look for, right? So you have to have a good leader first before anything to do with the vision. So again, you have to find or get another leader. All right, get another leader. If the leader's bad, get another leader. All right, and now the next one, this third one is, it's a good leader. Finally, someone that is doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're working hard, showing all the things that they're trying to teach and trying to show other people that they want a part of their team, right? But the vision's not very good. For some reason, the vision just doesn't work with what the leader is trying to have you guys buy into, right? So the leader's good, but the vision's bad. Well, I mean, now what's the problem? It's not the leader anymore. The leader's doing great, right? So the problem is the other thing. It is the vision. So you need to get another vision. Just like so. All right, and then this last one, this one's easy because the very last thing is there, right? It says get behind the leader. So that means what? Well, first, if you're following the leader, well, that means that the leader's doing a good job, so you're buying into the leader. They're doing everything right. They're trying to teach you guys the correct things. They're following what they're teaching. Everything is going good. And, well, you're following them, right? So something must be doing really good here. So you also buy into the goal. Boom. So that's the chart right there. So if the leader is a good leader and the vision is a good vision, you're always going to want to follow the leader. All right? So that is the chart. I'm going to erase this. So if you haven't written down the answers yet, you guys can go back to YouTube and you can kind of follow along and get the answers that you need. All right? It's 5:51 right now, so you guys can go back to this time, pause it, and see the answers for those. But there's a few more questions and everything on here for level 2 that I want you guys to do. So it says, you can only take people where they need to go if first they buy into you. So again, if you want to be a good leader, you have to first make sure that other people are going to want to follow you, which means you need to adopt qualities and values that people are going to want to adopt into themselves. All right, that's how this works. If you can do that, they're going to want to buy into what you're doing. All right, application. Here's a few examples of how you can earn credibility. Many people, so the obviously credibility is make people trust and believe in you. All right, so the first 3 I provided for you are be honest. Always be honest. Number 2, be a good example. This is very easy, right? Do the things that you're trying to tell them to do. The more you can do that, the better they're going to want to follow you. And number 3 is build rapport, or build a relationship, build a connection, get closer, those kind of things. The more you can do those 3 things, the more people are going to want to follow you. But I want you guys to put 3 more things that are build credibility. They build that connection. They build make people want to trust and believe in you. All right, so that's at the bottom of your sheet. When you guys are done with that, you know, you guys can put it in your binder and you're good to go. So for level 2 today, that is going to be it. Thank you guys for joining me. I know I ramble a lot and talk a lot, but thank you for listening. All right, and now we're going to switch over to level 3. So level 3, we are on chapter 7. So number 7 is utilize the 3 Ds. Utilize the 3 Ds. The 3 Ds are demonstration, detail, and drill, right? That's in the title. Demonstration, detail, and drill. Does Kelly have a question? I'm muted. Can you hear me now? No?
I cannot hear you even with your microphone on.
Huh. How about now? Check, 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 check. Haley, can you hear me? Haley can hear me. Let's see.
Can you hear me, Kelly? I can hear you.
Weird.
Oh, okay, I can hear everybody now.
Oh, cool. Okay, maybe we just needed Haley to talk to us, and that helped. I don't know. So, let's go ahead and get this thing started. All right, so we're on number 7, which is utilize the 3 Ds, which is the 3 Ds are demonstrate, detail, and drill. Demonstrate, detail, and drill. All right, those are on the top of the paper, so you guys don't have to write them down anywhere. So it says the 3 Ds will increase the student's learning experience. All right. Constant use of the 3 Ds will provide your students with a blank productive experience across the board. This is consistently. Yeah, consistently. All right. And that's what you want. You want it to be consistent across the board. When you're teaching, everything has to be the same. There can't be days where you're up here and down here. There can't be days where you're teaching one thing and then another day where you're teaching a totally different thing, right? Everything has to be consistent across the entire board. All right, so rule of 3, number 1 is demonstrate. All right, so that's the first one. First, show them how to do the move. This is very important to show them exactly what you want them to do, right? So it's very important when we're demonstrating that we show exactly where we want everything to be, right? We can't do punches, kicks, and stances lazily or in a way that we don't usually do them, because then they're going to want to copy you. That's the whole point of this, right? Is you're demonstrating how they need to do it. All right, so blank, explode or freeze, proper technique. Those are kind of our 3 things. Well, the next one is stances. Stances. Stances, explode and freeze, and proper technique. You need those 3 when you're demonstrating. All right? Students will only do blank % of what you are doing. Over-exaggerate. So who remembers, what percentage do students do of what you do? Do you guys remember? Let's see. What do you think the number is? Go ahead, Haley.
14?
Nope, it's a little bit higher than that.
18?
Nope, a little bit higher. It's 20.
Darn it.
Yeah, you're super close. So, it's 20%. Students are only going to do 20% of what you do. So, you know, you guys have heard me say this before, right? Where if you do a front stance like this, right? This is your front stance. This is a horrible front stance, right? Well, then students are going to be like this. they're gonna do 20% of what you do. All of your stances, if you make them here and they're kind of bad, right? Students are gonna do less than that. But if, like Mr. Churchman's stances, you go super deep and everything you do is over-exaggerated, well then the student's only doing 20% of what you're doing. They're only gonna do a regular front stance, all right? And that goes for everything. So if you don't chamber your kicks, if you don't perform at 100%, then all the other kids, they're gonna see that and they're gonna think that that's okay, right? And when you are helping on the karate floor, or if in the future you become an instructor like me, Mr. Churchman, Miss Ogle, well, you can't do that. You gotta be able to show them exactly how it has to look, all right? And that's what number 1 is about, demonstrate. Number 2 is detail. Now, we're gonna slow it down, all right? Show every detail in the thing you are doing. Use forms, or for forms, show move by move, stances, and break it down. That's what we do in karate class all the time, right? Where we show you guys what it should look like, and then we break it down and go move by move with you, making sure every move is how it's supposed to look, right? Even in Chanji, we make sure your hands are in the right place and your feet are doing the right things, all right? And that's how you detail it. That's how you make it look better, all right? And that's what instructors do. And then the third one is drill. Finally, drill everything over and over. This is where blank repetition comes into play. This is a very easy one too. It's disguised repetition, disguised. You guys probably remember that one too, disguise. It's something we talk about a lot. Disguised repetition. That way people don't get bored. All right? That's basically what the 3Ds is about, those 3. So we're demonstrating, detailing, and drilling. So the next one, the leadership thoughts. So you guys are gonna be writing stuff down. I'm gonna erase this so I have more board space. All right, so it says, describe some drills you could use to maximize the 3Ds. So this is what we're gonna do. So first is the demonstrate. Number 1, it was demonstrate, right? So for demonstrating, well, there's a few things you guys can do to kind of maximize it, right? For us, like what Kelly's on, we have our demo team, right? They perform for you guys and make it look good so that you know exactly what the stance is and forms that they're even different ones that no one else knows should look like. So that's why we focus on stances and everything like that. It's because they're showing off what karate is about, basically, all right? Then another way we have it is at the graduations. What do we do before like all the levels come up for 1, 2, and 3? Well, we have our black belts perform the forms as well, right? Whatever they're gonna be, whatever that level is going to be doing the next time, right? So we're showing off what the form should look like. And that's why, again, black belts are at 100%. It's because we're having them out in front of everyone, showing off what the forms they're going to be learning next should look like. So there's a couple things that you can do to maximize the demonstration side of everything, right? So now we got number 2. Right? Number 2, this is the detail. All right? So when we're detailing, we're going move by move, right? So that's the first one. Very simple and easy. Move by move. Well, what else can we do to maximize this? I mean, we have things like private lessons to make sure we're going through everything 100%. We got, let's see, we got the videos online. We got a whole bunch of things, right, that kind of demonstrate or detail what the forms are supposed to look like. So that's some more ways to maximize those 2, all right? And then I'm erasing this so I can write up top again because it feels better than writing down low. We got number 3, which is the drill, right? So there's many different ways we could do this. The drilling way, you do it over and over and over to get it stuck in your brain, right? So, I mean, that's where like T-Rex comes in and Smurf. It's a mess. And, you know, a whole bunch of them, Kangaroo. And then, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We have a whole bunch of them, right? But again, this is what this guy's repetition is all about, is the drill side. So we're doing it over and over and over, and we're just keep going with it. But the more we do it, the more it gets up in your brain, and that's where that comes into play. That's how you maximize the drilling side of everything, all right? So, other than that though, that's gonna be it for today for you guys. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me. Those are the 3 Ds that we're going over, all right? And other than that, you guys are free to go. Have a good afternoon.